This episode of Wine and Crime is brought to you by Progressive Insurance.
Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy to see if you could save when you bundle your home and auto policies.
Try it at Progressive.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
Hey, y'all. As a growing family, my husband and I love game night, especially when it's Wayfair edition.
Let's do it. You gotta name as many Wayfair furniture and decor categories as you can. Ready? Go.
Sofas, bar stools, beds, ottomans, outdoor seating, bookshelves, kitchen tables, garden sheds, mid-century modern lamps.
Time. Nice. You got 9 out of a lot. Not too bad. Keep practicing by visiting Wayfair.com, where you can shop every style for every home.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Wine and Crime contains graphic and explicit content which may not be suitable for some listeners. Listener discretion is advised.
Hey everybody, I am here. I realize whenever I do cold opens, it's just like the energy of a dying child. I'm just like, hi everyone.
The energy of me calling 911 from the toilet.
Yes.
Bring that energy.
Listless with nothing left to give. Hey everybody.
Bottom of the barrel. Hey everybody.
Hey everybody, I'm Josh Hallmark, and I'm here with Charlie Worrell from Crimelines and Amanda Jacobson from Wine and Crime. Hey y'all.
Hi.
Hello.
Tell them what you did.
It's almost as though we did this just 2 days ago.
Oh my God, wait. Hold on.
So good
It's
to see you guys again so soon.
It's almost as though I was late for this call because I had diarrhea just 2 days ago and then again today.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
And it's almost like we've had this entire conversation 2 days ago because
You know what?
pressed pause on recording while you were having diarrhea and never pressed record again.
It's my fault, apparently, and I will accept that. And, you know, I feel like this is divine. You know, like the first episode that we fully recorded is like the first pancake. You always throw out the first pancake. Now we're going to deliver the properly cooked, the well bubbled, the fluffy, the happy pancake, the one you would actually serve to your mother-in-law.
So we're not going to just complain the whole time?
No.
Okay, good.
Well, too early to say.
No promises.
We also went on some wild tangents in that last call. So that first pancake, like we accidentally put LSD in.
Yes. Yes.
Those Palm Springs mushrooms were coming back.
Bro, the mushrooms that Josh claimed he didn't feel anything. You told me that every 5 minutes for 3 hours before being carried to bed.
Jason said while they were carrying me to bed, just out of nowhere, a glass of red wine fell on the ground, and they were where did that come from?
We don't know where you had it stashed. Also, Hannah came to like snuggle with me on the couch that you had left, and it was just soaked. Your spot was soaking wet. Granted, you had been in the hot tub, so it's not like you pissed everywhere. But it was really funny. She came to like cuddle in with the blanket, was like, God damn it, I'm just wet. Anyway, we get into some shit when we are together, and we are virtually together. So let's get into some shit.
Well, and thank God it's morning. And I will say, I don't book meetings before noon. So,
So you've done this to us twice.
Well, you did it to me because you were the ones who have like lives or something.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. I have to pick up kids at school. It's such an
Charlie
exciting
did it
life.
To us. I would have done this call any time today before 4 p.m. Central.
All right. Well, so we are getting together as part of a independent-ish true crime group of folks to have conversations about true crime. You will be hearing from people from Already Gone, The Trail Went Cold, True Crime Obsessed, Wine and Crime. I'm a bunch of people.
Bullshit.
True Crime Bullshit, Generation Y.
Whoever Josh emailed,
Whoever I
and whoever emailed you back.
Yeah.
Josh, I said this last time, I'll say it again. You really do have a gift of connecting people. And actually, we were thinking, I think we talked about this when we were together last time, is like, every time I'm in a room with a bunch of podcasters and we're trying to figure out how the fuck we know each other, it always comes down to Josh. Josh is like a sleeper cell networker. It's fucking crazy. How do you do that?
I think it comes from being raised by neglectful parents, where I just like
this totally tracks.
Yeah, like yearn for community constantly.
It's like the Mr. Rogers, find the helpers.
Yeah.
Josh is always out there trying to find the helpers
because your boy needs some help. Your boy. I think I have never said out loud.
No, I don't think I've ever heard you say your boy.
No. You
also,
ever feel like
really important question: who's the oldest person on this call?
Oh, me
Harley.
for sure. Yeah.
My God.
By like a year and a half, I think.
This is for once. Josh's room for once.
No, usually Justin's the oldest.
Justin,
Oh yeah, that's right.
And if Aaron's there, Aaron's the oldest, but nobody ever complains about his age. He's actually older than Justin.
I'm sorry. You know what? Let me clear the air on this because
Hold on,
Justin
Aaron is simultaneously 60 and 5.
Thank you. Thank you. Because Justin has been bitching about this because I love making fun of Justin for being an old grandpa. It's so funny. If you see the font on his fucking quote unquote smartphone, I don't know how smart that phone is. It will break your heart. He's
reading a sentence at a time.
A word.
You can read his phone from across the room.
You literally can, and I have. And so he's always cranky about, well, Aaron's older than me. No. Elderliness is a spiritual exhibit.
Mm-hmm.
It's who you are as a person.
It's not rooted in how many years you've been on this rotating orb. He embodies the elder.
In fairness to Justin, he's been worn down not only by time, but by life.
Oh, that man's trauma.
I always tell people that it's not my age that makes me old, it's my children.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I mean, my oldest is 26, so I have like a lot of years of being worn down. Not quite the same way as Justin, though.
I have the trauma, but I think I'm like very preserved by all the wine. Justin doesn't drink, and I think that
Justin has indeed been pummeled by the universe, and I mean that's not why I love him so much. I do love people with trauma.
I only like
also with trauma.
People.
Yeah, it's like, what's the point?
So glad to be here.
But there is something special about him that, like, when you really get to know him and peel back the layers of some of that pummeling, the fact that he is as kind, generous, open, like lovely, funny, pretty well fucking grounded a person as he is, considering everything that's been thrown at him throughout his life, is a fucking miracle. And it's like pretty spectacular to be in the presence of a miracle. And so that's the nicest thing I'm ever going to say about Justin.
I was going to say, nobody report back that this was said.
I'm going to edit this
Josh, edit all of it out. Take it out.
Actually, Josh, can you cut that, please?
I think that's the thing about this community. If you scale out, like I was thinking about this the other day, like I don't like everybody, but I love most everyone. And there's only like 2 or 3 people I've met who I'm just like, yeah, no, I don't fuck with you.
You're not for me.
Yeah. But I just like overall, it's a really good community. We've made so many, like I feel like I'm lifelong friends with 90% of the podcasters I've met.
Literally. Like, Charlie, I know that you and I do not know each other quite as well. I want to cozy up because I know that you are a badass. And most of what I know about you is, frankly, against my will through Josh, who can't fucking stop talking about how much he loves you in rooms you aren't
that's amazing.
So please know that you are so beloved when I say this. But, like, Josh is somebody who is like one of the first people in podcasting that I met. And like, I can easily say that Josh is like one of my best friends. Someone I talk to very regularly, who is the first person I want to text whenever I'm on the Housewives subreddit, which is really saying something. But like Josh and Alvin from Affirmative Murder, it's like we met virtually. I only met Alvin in person for the first time this past summer when he and Fran came through for a wine and crime tour, and I was like, stay at my house. I know you've never met me before, but please stay at my house, like a fucking creepy witch. And it's kind of amazing. Like, I remember even meeting you for the first time, Charlie, which I think was at Josh's 40th in person, but we had done stuff over, maybe Zoom or whatever.
I think we may have met at a crime con before
Briefly
that.
at a crime
but
con.
that was like chaos.
Oh, the Nashville
Crime Con. I blocked that out. That never happened.
No.
Yeah, can we just
That never
delete?
happened.
If I didn't have a picture of us together wearing boas, I would not remember it happened.
Yeah, I talked to my memory
lot.
like my editor. Memory, cut that.
We were driving in, and as we were driving in, there was like a shooting at the mall, and that
Yes.
perfectly predicated the weekend.
Bro. Yeah, but it's just
Everyone
amazing
survived,
how-
by the way.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Everybody's okay, guys.
Josh did get lost on the streets of Nashville, but I'm actually pretty sure Amanda's the one who found him.
No, Lucy.
We all found
Lucy,
him. Lucy
okay.
found him.
It was a group effort.
Yeah, there's a lot of coordinated texting.
Yeah, and then
all
I
that to say,
demanded the Uber take us through the McDonald's drive-thru.
Yeah, and then you were really mad the next day because of the surge pricing. Never heard the end of it. But we truly, all of us never meet in person for, it'll be years that we'll be talking and like becoming close friends. And then we meet in person and it doesn't feel like it's the first time. It feels like we've all fucking known each other forever because in a lot of ways, we have.
Yeah.
Well, and I think we also
Absolutely.
have this shared, very unique experience of doing what we do.
Yes.
Where I think like no one else gets it in the way that, I mean, no one could
Right.
in its entirety. And so I think no matter what, like even if you can't find any common ground with another podcaster, like we have this shared experience, which is so bizarre.
This job is so fucking weird, you guys.
Yeah.
It brings these amazing opportunities and these very weird interactions into our lives. And just the idea, sometimes I sit there and I think tens of thousands of people know who I am and I have no idea who they are. And that will make me spiral if I think about it too much. So maybe we can just stop that conversation right now. But it's weird. It's weird.
I think that's an important conversation, though. And I know we've talked about this before, but like, it's something that is very strange because podcasting, at least the way that like we do it and that a lot of podcasts do it. There are certainly podcasts that are just the facts. There's no real like personal vulnerability or showing of the self, which like all these years into it, I totally get that now, why people would make that choice. I personally am incapable of not inserting my own bullshit into every space that I'm fucking in, which is something I'm trying to unpack in therapy. But it does create an interesting and sometimes odd, like, weird kind of like intimacy power dynamic where when you walk into a room that is, say in circumstances where the room is full of people that are there for your show, they know things about you because they've been listening for, in my case, going on 9 years, that I'm sure I shared, but have no memory because I barely remember what I say fucking 5 seconds after I say it, which is also a problem. But they know all of these intimate things about you and you don't know anything about them. And it's like how to break that barrier of one-sided parasocial into reciprocal, like true connection is a challenge. And I think it's something that we navigate well. Like we have a lot of listeners who have become my actual friends. And that's really something very special and unique. And obviously I don't have the capacity to like create personal, intimate connections with like, every single person who's ever listened to Wine and Crime. But when that does happen, it feels really special because it kind of eliminates some of that, everything about me and I know nothing about you, which like makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't care what people know about me. It's like, I just like the reciprocity of connection And so I feel bad when it's like, okay, you've essentially been there for me through every major milestone of my adult life because I've been fucking doing this for a while now, and I know nothing about you. So like, yeah, talk about that. How does that feel, and how do you break that barrier?
I think the flip side is like, for a show like mine or Charlie's, where it's more, content driven than personality driven. Mm-hmm. And you have all these people who think they know you, but they don't.
Right.
They've built a construct of you based on like really reading between the lines on what you're saying, whether there's substance there or not. And then you're like, I feel so misunderstood and I want them to know me.
Yes.
But at the same time, like, there's not a true space for that. And that it's so exposed that it's like vulnerable. Like the way you put yourself out there, like, I simultaneously want to be seen for who I am because I don't think who I am shows up in the show, but I also don't, because it opens you up to so much more critique and criticism and hatred and whatever.
Yeah, I had my sixth baby while podcasting, so obviously I took some time off.
Sixth?
Yes, and he is the last, by the way. But six kids in 18 years, great time. But I when I had him, I thought, I'm not really putting a whole lot out there about it. I'm just pregnant. I'm having a baby. I had a giant baby.
Pregnancy is so vulnerable at times.
Yes, I'm not putting out, details of what's going on. And then we get a review that said that they think it's irresponsible for me to have so many children. And I was like, no, my podcast isn't even about that. Like, my podcast, we do not discuss my pregnancy. I just happen to be pregnant and I'm taking time off. So it is mentioned during the podcast. That was about it. And I realized, like, anything you put out there is then subject to, if you put it out there publicly, it is subject to public feedback. And that's just what it is. And that was probably my first lesson in, okay, I just need to be able to be like, okay, put that out into the world and I don't have to take back what is coming at me.
Okay. Now, do I agree with that sentiment as a childless by choice person? Absolutely. But I also know not to fucking say shit like that to a stranger while they're pregnant. That's cuckoo fucking bananas. Like, the audacity of some people who will come into the comment section and say unhinged shit like that. It's very much a lesson in, this isn't even about me. Like, that person, that's about them. This has nothing to do with me. And, like, you are an amazing fucking mom. And anyone who's known you for more than fucking 10 seconds knows that. And, like, I have no question that I could not handle 6 kids, but if I know anybody who could, like, truly do that in such a beautiful and, like, supportive and loving way, it's definitely you. I would give you my child were I afflicted.
I do think if I had 6 young children, that would absolutely be too much. I did not have 6 young children. I had 4 kids. We took a break. Believe it or not, everyone thinks it's a his, hers, and ours family, especially with, we have the redheads and then we have the brunettes and the blondes. People think we have a his, hers, and ours family. No, we have been making, as I say, poor choices together our entire lives. We met like 6 weeks into my first semester of college. We've been together forever. And
oh my God.
You also have Mormonism in your blood?
We do have Mormonism. That was something else I actually have to say that my listeners actually have picked up on in episodes where if I cover any episode that has anything to do with Utah or Mormonism, I get an email saying, I have to ask, are you LDS? And I'm like, okay, well,
can
past
confirm
tense.
Not.
No.
I'm like, my answer's complicated, but yeah,
LDS
it's just
survivor.
Yeah, it's just interesting that sometimes, even when we think we're doing a just the facts kind of presentation, something we say is inner lingo or whatever that people pick up on, which I think it's kind of fun. It's when they go the other direction and they misunderstand me that I struggle.
How do you navigate, or in some cases respond to being misunderstood? Because I have like the ADHD urge to over communicate and over explain myself, because I also hate being misunderstood. And I'm sure some of that comes from childhood wounds. It always fucking does.
Yeah.
So But I've really had to learn, like, we even have some kind of rules because we have a social media manager where it's like, okay, if X amount of people are flagging something, then we're going to go deeper and we're going to open up the discussion and we're going to address it. If it's like one or two comments about a throwaway thing that, you know, if it don't apply, let it fly kind of mentality, that's a hard line to toe. And, you know, not everybody agrees with my views on Taylor Swift, but that has definitely opened up a can of worms that I did not, even knowing how that fandom can be, that I did not see coming. And, like, it is funny because I really don't think about Taylor Swift that often. But, like, the 2 times she's come up in our show, you know, I've been honest about how I feel about her, and it was not taken well. So, like, just curious, like, when do you try to explain yourself, and when do you go, you know what, I'm going to let that go?
I had something that really changed the way I respond to criticism recently, where some woman who I think had like just started listening to the show emailed and was like, "You have no right to say that you have nightmares. You haven't been a victim of crime like me, and you haven't experienced what I've experienced." And like my gut instinct was to respond with like, "Well, actually, like I was molested for years as a child. I was raped as an adult."
Yeah, you don't know fucking shit.
And you don't know what it's like to live in a dark case for a decade. And then I thought about something my therapist said to me once, which was like, if your mom came and like apologized for everything that happened, what would you do?
I'd die.
Well, I was like, well, I wouldn't believe it. And so I kind of applied that here where it was like, nothing I say is going to change how you feel because ultimately it's not about me. And it's just an exercise in like me trying to prove myself to someone who isn't interested in like who I actually am. They're just projecting something.
Are they interested in understanding you as a person, or are like you said, are they projecting something that's more about you? And that can be really impossible to know in a comment section when you're not in a room with somebody.
And then like someone recently was like, "What does Josh do for MMIW?" And like I got all like twisted about it. And then I was like, "Kyle and Olathe, what do you do for MMIW?" So I'm trying to just like not take it on anymore by realizing ultimately very little of this is actually about us.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, so one time a friend of ours, it was Nina Instead from Already Gone podcast. Go listen if you haven't.
Nina's
so sweet.
much.
Well, because she's so sweet, there was a Reddit thread where people were being really nice about me. And she's like, "I think you should go read it." Of course, by the time I see her text, by the time I click on it, somebody's come in and said, "Oh my God, like I used to listen, but," and they went on this whole thing about, "I'm so smug." I've talked to you guys about how I feel about being called smug before.
Nina wanted you to see that. I know Nina.
Nina's evil and wanted you to see someone calling you smug, which is like such a trigger for Charlie, because Charlie is not a fucking smug person by any. She's been rode hard and put away wet by 6 kids. You think this bitch is smug?
And Mormonism.
And Mormonism.
I've raised 4 teenagers. There's not a ton you can do to hurt my feelings.
Right.
In that,
You've
but
been
it's
broken in ways we could never imagine.
Physically, emotionally.
Josh has met my daughter. Like, she's a lot, you know.
Scares me.
She's absolutely terrifying. But no, she's great, Eden, if you're listening to this, which you aren't, because it horrifies her that I have a podcast. But my feelings generally aren't going to get hurt, but I will get frustrated with the idea of being misunderstood, and I'll want to explain myself. And I do, if someone emails me directly, they're much more likely to get a response than if they leave a comment out in the internet. I just move on from that. But if you email me directly and it sounds like you're looking for a conversation, let's meet in the middle. Can you, this bothered me. And I feel like there's a conversation there. I will engage. But if they're just coming at me, I just move on.
100%. I mean, our listeners know this. We have a fake intern named Derek who has his own folder in our email where some things just get sent to Derek.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's there's a lot of things that are important that we do in the world that have to do with our jobs as podcasters and have nothing to do with our jobs as podcasters, because we have big full lives that we're struggling every day to try to fucking keep together outside of putting out that content. And you really do sometimes have to decide, like, this is not where I am capable of putting my energy today.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's not an easy lesson to learn, especially if, like, you do touch on something polarizing and a lot of people come out of the woodwork to have their feelings about it. And on one hand, I'm like, okay, there's a conversation happening and I don't need to be part of it.
Yes.
You know, I said my piece. And for the most part, like, I live very authentically. I some of that by force, because I don't really think before I speak. So I move very much from, like, where I'm rooted and how I feel in the moment. And that can be a problem. And I think that can also help kind of, like, preserve that authenticity that I'm committed to. Committed to because I really don't know how to live any other way. I'm a fucking mentally ill person. So it does get challenging when it's like, this person is upset about something I said or upset about something I feel, and I move very much, like, very deeply rooted in my value system, and so they don't like me. And it's like, that is something I had to really let go of, because I'm not put on this planet to be liked, even though I'm a fucking ADHD Libra attention getter. Like, I love to be perceived. I love to be the center of attention. I love to bring people joy. I love to make people laugh. It's like what I fucking live for. And so the idea of not being liked used to be something that would absolutely fucking destroy me. But there is kind of a callous, a loving callous that has built up over the years of, like, not everybody has to like you. And
Right.
it's actually very much okay for us to not agree on some things. And that's not me saying, like, openly welcome your Trumpy, you know, husband or uncle or friend. Like, if we're completely misaligned in, like, our true values, then no, I don't need you to like me, and I don't want to fucking like you either. But there are some things, like, that are small, that are smaller, like the Taylor Swift of it all. People can love Taylor Swift. I have no problem with that. I don't turn her off the second she comes on whatever music app I'm listening on. Like, people can do what they want to do. When it gets into the nitty-gritty of, like, deeply offensive, problematic shit, then it's a block. But I don't really use that block button that much. I'm pretty open to, like, hearing what people have to say. That's how we fucking learn.
I also, like, I've never in my life been compelled to, like, send Shonda Rhimes a crazy email being like, you killed George O'Malley, you fucking selfish bitch.
Bro.
Because I'm just kind of like, oh, George is dead. I'm going to move on with my life now. I've got shit to
But that
do.
was devastating, and Josh, save it, because we are working on a project behind the scenes.
We are working on a project. One that, for some reason, I'm more passionate about than our Housewives project. I'm like, oh, we can own this project.
I know.
But I also just think, like, that also, if someone's reaching out to you about something, like they didn't like a choice you made, or, like, they felt like you were whatever, like, I get screamed at because episodes aren't long enough, or I get screamed at because they're too long, or I get screamed at because there's too many ads, or I get screamed at because I don't have better microphones. And I'm like, well, the ads pay for the microphones.
Right, I need the ads.
And I'm just like, at the end of the day, again, like, it's not about me, because when I leave this office, like, I have a life I have to live too, and I can't just be, like, mired in what strangers have to say to me, which is also unhinged because, like I said, who's got the time to write Shonda Rhimes an email?
It's funny, though, that we're talking about this, because last night I was working on research on a case, and I was using a Dateline podcast, their Missing in America podcast, as a source, and they had a date completely wrong.
Oh.
And I was like, I bet Josh...
kind of understandably peeved about that.
I bet Josh Mankiewicz got 0 emails. But if I made that same mistake, and I have such a smaller platform, people will email me because they feel connected to me in a different way than they do with these corporate celebrity podcasts. And Josh Mankiewicz, if you guys have ever met him, is the nicest guy.
Did shots with him at CrimeCon.
Yes, he is, like, the nicest guy, very, very friendly. But when you're listening to a Dateline podcast, you don't think, oh, I could email this guy and he'll respond. He actually probably will, especially if you tweet at him. He probably actually will respond. But you know, I know that we build kind of more of a relationship with our listeners, even though, you know, Josh and I are more scripted, less personality driven. But thinking about like putting your authentic self completely behind that microphone and just projecting it out. Like Josh and I are like that in person. If you come on a Turbo Trip, if you come to a meetup, you're getting the full, you come to a live show, heaven help you, you're getting the full, you're getting the full us plus a couple gin and tonics that we drank before.
Well, yeah.
Same.
Unless I've been drinking, though, I will power down at some point.
Yeah. Josh will need to go and be alone for a minute.
And even when he has been drinking, he'll put himself to bed eventually.
Yeah.
or he will have some help putting himself to bed.
He'll be carried to bed eventually.
He'll get to bed. That's what matters.
With all my stuff, I always do. It's a miracle.
It is a fucking miracle. Even when you leave shit like an iPad at the Airbnb, you still get it back.
In all fairness,
Amazing.
the iPad case was white and the comforter was white.
That's on them.
That's not your fault.
That's 100% on them.
Yeah. So I just feel like you see our authentic selves in person, but you don't necessarily get that, which is one of the reasons I do like the meetups is we get to kind of build these reciprocal relationships a little bit more. And not all podcast listeners want to know us more. They are happy to just listen and then move on at the end of our episode.
In
They
fact,
listen to us on
most do not.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're on like 2 times speed. We fill 30 minutes to 17 hours of their day if you're wine and crime. But
Oh my God, that shade is so legitimate. Like, our episodes are so fucking long. We have so much content. It's overwhelming.
yeah. And then they listen and they move on. But for the ones who do want to meet us, do want to engage on social media and like actually make a connection, I mean, I think all 3 of us are almost always down for that.
Oh
yeah.
100%. It's some of my favorite parts of the job. And like, I mean, again, our situations are different in the styles of our 3 shows, with you and Josh having a much more similar, like very straight to the chase, like much more serious tone show, which I think is incredible and so valuable and creates this really special opportunity at these meetups for people to kind of meet you for real for the first time. And for me, which is totally opposite, some of my favorite feedback is like, oh, she's just like she is on the podcast. And it's like, yes, because part of that feedback being so satisfying and validating to me is because a very public breakup that I had very much on the show, that had merch before the breakup. It was kind of a crazy time. Literally like a local magazine reached out to me about it.
Oh God.
It was nuts.
Yeah.
And I'm like so bottom of the barrel in the world of quote unquote celebrity. Like, it's this niche pocket of people who know who the fuck I am anyway. So I was like, why would anybody care about this? But it was very devastating to hear from that person that I had become quote unquote my podcast personality. And I was like, I don't know what that means.
I can say without a hesitation, who you are on the show is who you are out in the world.
I thought so too. So it was very like it and now I can look back on it and be like, why would you ever give that much power to a literal man? Like, what the fuck? But it did, that moment in my life kind of rocked me to be like, wait, hold on. I'm someone who values living in their authenticity, both on the mic and off. What does this mean if this person who I've been with for all these years, who I thought I was going to marry, is telling me that I'm not the same person, that I'm like putting on a show?
Threatened by your success.
100%.
That's
he was
exactly
a jealous
what it
little
means.
bitch, and that's not now with the 2020 hindsight, I can see that. But it really is nice to connect with people and have them like be affirmed in that, yeah, no, I'm just an idiot on a microphone, and I'm an idiot not on a microphone. Like, I'm just a dumb person on a rock that's literally hurtling through space. Like, what is even fucking holding us here? And don't talk to me about gravity, because it's just a theory.
A few weeks ago,
Nothing makes sense.
we were watching TV and I was eating popcorn, and Andrew just started laughing hysterically. And I was like, what's so funny? He was like, I am sitting here watching you pick kernels out of your teeth with your fingers, knowing that there are thousands of people who think that you are this like serious investigative journalist. And it's so true.
But I I swear, whenever people are like, I can just hear in Josh's voice, he's just so empathetic. He seems like the nicest guy. I'm like, empathetic, yes.
Very
nice,
empathetic to a fault.
Oh my
Nice, no.
God.
No, not nice.
He's evil. He's
And I think I'm a nice person, but like,
You're a kind person. You're not a nice
let him
person.
explain.
yes,
Let him
a kind,
explain.
not nice. And the threshold is very low for the amount of bullshit I'm willing to take.
That is so
Yes.
real. Josh has really become a great barometer for me personally for like who in the zeitgeist we're just like not really fucking with right now.
Yes.
If Josh is fucking with that person, it's like, okay, we'll give them grace. But if Josh is not fucking with that person, then I know something happened and it's done.
I grew up in like such a deeply abusive household that at this point in my life, I'm like, no, I'm not taking that on.
If Josh leaves a group chat, I know I should probably go with him.
Ooh, what's the last group chat you left? You don't have to say. You can
Okay.
tell me off air.
We'll
It was
talk later.
CrimeCon related.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. That's so funny. Happy New Year, y'all. And I'm sure if you're like me, you made a lot of resolutions this year, and one of them might have been cooking more at home, because truly nothing hits like home cooking, let me tell you. But we can make it easier for you because HelloFresh brings the joy of the kitchen with recipes that feel good and taste delicious night after night without the stress of trying to figure out, how do I cook it? What do I cook? How do I plan this? How do I prep this? Girl, she's doing it for you. You just put the things together and cook them.
My main resolution is to intentionally put less stress on myself. And that's just like making things easier for myself. And with that comes my HelloFresh subscription, because I can't imagine like cooking night after night without HelloFresh. They've got over 100 mouthwatering recipes every week, from seasonal favorites to global dishes. What did I make? A bibimbap a few weeks ago.
Yum.
It's so good. They are now offering bigger portions so no one leaves the table hungry. They're also healthier. So you can choose from 35 plus high protein weekly recipes, including new Mediterranean and GLP-1 friendly options. They've got something for everyone. These meals are made with wholesome ingredients like sustainably sourced seafood and 100% antibiotic and hormone-free chicken. And if that doesn't ring your bell, strike your fancy, it's also tastier with steak and seafood plus 3 times more seafood options at no extra cost. And let me tell you, cooking seafood used to make me really nervous. It's very easy to overcook fish, and I'm always afraid to undercook it, same with shrimp. And it was HelloFresh that taught me. It gave me the confidence to cook seafood.
She holds your hand.
And it was delicious. You can feast on seasonal produce from stone fruit to corn on the cob. They've got your back.
So go to HelloFresh.com/gals10FM to get 10 free meals plus a free Zwilling knife. This is a $144.99 value on your third box. This offer is valid while supplies last. Free meals applied as discount on first box. New subscribers only. Varies by plan. I have always been under the impression that creatine is for like bodybuilders. So I never really paid it much attention because I thought, I take supplements. I just never thought that that was one that I should add to my routine. And let me tell you, these creatine chews from Momentous have been a game changer because it's not just for your strength. It's also for your focus, for your recovery, for aging and cognitive performance. Girl, I did not know about this.
My brain has been really lacking lately.
Felt.
I don't know about you. It's the holidays. It's absolutely everything. So I have been very aware of how much my cognitive function could be improved. And these new Momentous creatine chews, they're little bite-sized lemon lime chews. You can throw them in your bag and just pop them in your mouth. Then you've got your creatine for the day, and it makes a difference. Each chew delivers exactly 1 gram of CreaPure creatine monohydrate, which is the gold standard, single source from Germany and NSF certified for sport, which means it's independently tested for purity, safety, and label accuracy. This stuff is trusted by Olympic athletes, pro sports teams, and elite military operators, and your favorite true crime podcasters.
Yeah, if they can take it, so can we.
Exactly. They spent years testing until they finally created the first chewable that actually meets the Momentous standard. So that's uncompromising science, meticulous sourcing, and actual transparency. There are no artificial sweeteners, no fillers, just science-backed, clinically proven performance in a portable, craveable, yummy format. So whether you're training, working, traveling, if your brain's just kind of failing you lately, this is performance without pause. It's made to support your body and your brain every single day. Unlike generic brands, Momentous does not follow trends. They just perfect the fundamentals. So this is creatine done right. And if you happen to be in a female body, creatine is even more essential for you because women naturally store about 70 to 80% less creatine than men, which means consistent supplementation can have an even greater impact on energy, recovery, and focus. If you've not gotten into the creatine game,
What are you waiting for?
what are you waiting for? Because like Amanda said, it's not just for bodybuilders.
No, it is not. And right now, Momentous is offering our listeners up to 35% off your first order with promo code GALS. Go to livemomentous.com and use promo code GALS for up to 35% off your first order. That's livemomentous.com, promo code GALS.
Particularly in the winter months, there is nothing I hate more than like having to get dressed up and go out to a party and be wearing like, shapewear and like tights and I don't know. It just, aside from the temperature being really cold, it just feels like the discomfort is being stacked on top because you're wearing shapewear and you're also wearing like a real bra that I don't typically wear outside of my house. But let me tell you, Honey Love has changed my stressors to things that are a lot more important than my shapewear because I'm not even thinking about it.
No.
I'm not thinking about my Honey Love shapewear because I forget that I'm wearing it.
Agreed. Specifically, the crossover bra has like changed my life. This has no underwire, but still provides that magical lift and support. It's not digging into your skin. It's not pinching. You're not taking it off and seeing those like red lines and pressure points all over your poor body. And under all those layers in the winter, let's talk like comfort. Let's prioritize comfort. These bras have a smoothing back panel, so everything lays flat under tees and tops. And this is truly the kind of bra that you're not going to rip off the second you get home from whatever function you've been at. They also have a nice array of sizes from 30A to 44G, and the Honey Love crossover bra truly flatters every body, every shape, every size. The original version features soft, flexible cups that adapt to your body. So like if you're into the built-in pads, you can do the crossover contour, which also features those built-in molded light foam pads for a little extra support and like a really nice contoured shape. But if you aren't into the pads, you can just go with the original crossover and you're still getting all of those gorgeous benefits. And I'm not usually a shapewear girly, but if I'm wearing it, I'm reaching for my Honey Love shapewear. It is so much more comfortable. It's easier to put on. It doesn't roll down. It like really sculpts my figure without like shoving things into places they don't belong because it's
Flattening
designed.
them.
Yeah, it's designed to work with your body and not against it. It's super, super easy to use because it also has this like soft cotton gusset. So it's easy to go to the bathroom without having to get completely naked. I'm truly like hooked on Honey Love. I love it.
Treat yourself to the most advanced bras and shapewear on the market. Use our exclusive link to save 20% off Honey Love at honeylove.com/gals. That's honeylove.com/gals. After you check out, they'll ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Experience the new standard in comfort and support with Honey Love.
Okay, I know that we have lots to talk about, but I also pulled up some really fucking stupid icebreaker questions.
Oh my God, yes.
Okay, but some of these are pretty great, and I'm curious about them. So I am going to augment this one a little bit because it says fictional, but I want to open it up to the full universe of possibilities. I'm thinking especially housewives. So if you could have any fictional or not fictional character or real person as your roommate, who would it be?
I'm going through the housewives and going, no.
Yeah, same.
That's my problem.
Like my instinct was Meredith Grey, but I feel like that would get annoying very fast.
Oh, yeah, she's a lot.
She needs a lot.
She needs a lot. She'd be very helpful to someone chronically ill like me. I would have to avert. I mean, I'm so glad she's spending all of this time and energy on curing Alzheimer's.
Yes.
Of course. Valiant effort. Really important.
Well, and there you
work.
get though she's bi-coastal, so she won't be around a lot.
Right.
Yes.
But I'm going to need her to switch gears and get on that diabetes train because I'm fucking over this
I think
shit.
Bailey's working. No, Richard's working on diabetes, I think.
Richard's
Someone
not
is.
doing shit. And you and I both fucking know it. Charlie, do you watch Grey's Anatomy?
No.
Okay, well, Richard's been retiring for 25 seasons.
Like Elton John.
That man, he's Cher and Elton John combined in terms of how hard he's been trying to retire, which is zero. He's put zero effort.
Amanda and I learned 3 weeks ago in Palm Springs that we are two of the only people who still watch Grey's Anatomy.
Out of spite.
I have to admit, I didn't know it was still on, like with new episodes.
Baby.
Like you're not just watching reruns.
Oh, and it's
both and.
It's
I actually had no idea it was
bad.
still on. Yeah.
And I will never not watch it.
I'll be there to
never,
the bitter end.
if it lasts long, if I'm not watching Grey's Anatomy, two things have happened. I have died, or it has finally ended. Those are the only ways.
I'm doing a rewatch because whenever I'm sad, I do a rewatch, and I have like
I'm
seasonal
rewatching
depression.
Gilmore Girls right now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's your Dawson's Creek.
Oh, that's
God.
next. I love Dawson's Creek.
We'll get you and the captain watching together. It's his favorite show. He talks about it endlessly.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah.
Evaluate yourself, Captain.
Anyway, I'm watching
Guy's
last
got bodies
night,
under his porch.
and I realized like I've known Meredith Grey, talk about parasocial, for 20 years, which is like
20?
longer than I've known you guys. It's-
Yes. Yes. I know everything about her.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it all. I wouldn't choose her as my roommate, though.
No.
I think I'd go fictional, and I think I'd go with some sort of, like, wizard, because I feel like it would make household chores much easier. So I would want, like, a Gandalf, somebody who's traveling a lot, but always has good weed, fun fireworks. But then when he is home, I can be like, okay, here's the honey-do list, and he waves his staff or fucking whatever, and everything's clean. Everything's gooch. If I really have, like, a big problem, I could be like, Gandhi, you gotta get back home. Shit's going to a pipe burst. The landlord is not fucking responding to my calls. And, like, he's gonna come through for you because he's Gandalf. I mean, I would take the gray or the white. I don't care which version of him I'm getting. I want you shall not pass level roommate relationship. That's what I want. He'd keep shitty men out. You know, I think he would love my cats. I really think we'd have a good time living with Gandalf.
I need someone who like is like a social introvert who can let me be alone for a while, but who also like can drink about their feelings if we have a bad day.
So Andrew.
Andrew doesn't drink.
Oh, that's true. But he'll entertain your drinking and going off. On
Oh,
whatever
that's
you
cute
need to
that you
go
think
off on.
that to an extent.
Ooh, okay.
Maybe-
Trouble in paradise.
Maybe Babette or Miss Patty.
Oh my God, yes. Oh.
Babette has a cat. I would
Yeah.
live with Babette.
I would totally live with Babette. And I mean, my husband is not a nosy person at all. I honestly like one of the best. He will listen to any of the shit that I need to spew, but like if you want the tea, if you want to like gossip, Bill's not it. And I actually think that that's one of his better qualities is that he's not compelled to like talk shit about people. He has to be pretty like something weird has to have gone down for him to be like, I have to tell you about this weird thing that happened. You know, whereas me, if somebody's like toenail fell off at a function, I'd be like telling everyone. Like I love any little bit of tea, but it's something that I actually really appreciate about him. And like you said, Josh, we're on all the time. And like, I'm very much on 90% of the time. So I think very few people have like stayed in my house for long periods of time and experienced how like we really live at home. And it is a very quiet life. Like, I'm chilling, like barely talking, because all I do for a fucking living is talk.
Well, I'll say
So there is something nice about that.
You spent 4 days with me for my birthday 2 years ago, and I would say you were one of the more quieter people there.
Which is like, I think people do end up being kind of surprised by that. You see it a little on the Trova trips, I would say. And on those trips, I'm very upfront with people that like, I will be down for all of the events. I'll be up at the crack of dawn. Like, I'll be on the bus. I will be engaging all day. And then when y'all are figuring out where you want to go to dinner, I'm getting on DoorDash in Ireland and getting in my fucking bed. Because like, I have to, I'm disengaging. I have to disengage. And it's not personal. It's personal to me. I need it.
I power through, I do everything, but then when I get home, I like lock myself in my room and play Animal Crossing for 5 days. Yeah.
We had when we were in Asheville, we were in Josh's cabin talking, and I can go all day, all night. We're chatting. Justin's in there. And Josh just looks, he goes, so I was thinking a nap and then meet back at 6 for dinner. And I'm like, are you kicking me out? And he's like,
yes.
Very politely. I'm thinking a nap. I'm thinking alone time.
And then Grandpa Justin, instead of leaving, just helped himself to my jacuzzi.
He did. He spent a lot of time in here. I looked over and I'm like, why is Justin in Josh's hot tub the whole weekend?
Himself. Yeah.
The whole weekend.
But who would be your roommate, Charlie?
It's actually funny when you were talking about Gandalf and about like the things he could provide, because mine was Bronwyn Newport from Salt Lake City, because I think she needs me.
She needs me.
Someone needs to clean up that
Charlie?
dog shit.
Yeah. Actually, the thought of Bronwyn did cross my mind, because I was like, she's cool with the dog shit. She wouldn't care about my cats puking all over the fucking house. She wouldn't be like a pain in the ass about it.
Right, like her
thought
standards
crossed my mind too.
I'm kind of a slob, so like her standards can't be too high.
The decor is tough.
You know what? It's not. You know what? In any other franchise, I'd agree, but like Mary Cosby exists in this franchise.
Love the chairs. I will not fucking hear it. I will not fucking hear it about there will be no Mary Cosby decor slander in this fucking house.
You're like, all the other Mary Cosby slander's fine, not the decor.
There is plenty of Mary and Bronwyn and all housewives slander that is perfectly valid. You can leave the chairs alone. They're incredible. Around that tiny table, it's hilarious.
Honestly, you know what? It's the tiny table that really brings it together.
It does!
Which is inexplicably filled with like vintage candy machines, like gumball machines.
For absolutely no reason.
Woman?
But yeah, I think Bronwyn needs to be remothered. And I remother a lot of my friends.
It's probably hard for you to watch the Bronwyn Muzzy scenes and not want Bronwyn to be your roommate.
Painful.
Yeah, that's rough.
All right, Amanda, crack open another icebreaker.
Okay, I have another one. And I'm really excited for Josh's answer to this. What is the most ridiculous thing you've ever purchased? Either on, it says online, but let's say online or offline.
Charlie, you go first. I'm going to have to think about it. We have so many like weird costume parties. I'm sure it has something to do with that.
Oh, why would I can't even think of anything. I mean, like, other than like just dumb white elephant things, but like a real thing. I don't know. I mean, my husband and I did drink one night and ordered all new like dining room furniture one night, but that seems like normal for people to do. You drink and order furniture.
Oh yeah. The one thing that stands out is actually the one that got away. There's like this weird shop across from where we usually do brunch on the weekends, and it like has no business being in our town because it's like dumb art that costs thousands of dollars.
Right.
And
yeah.
they had like a wood carved beaver for $3,000 and it was life size. And I
didn't get it?
No, I
You
was like,
dumb bitch.
I was like, I can't. I mean, I could not justify spending that money, and I can justify spending money on anything. So,
Yeah,
I would walk
me.
past every Sunday being like, I should get that
need
beaver.
her.
I should get that beaver. I should get that beaver. And then
And you never did.
no, and not because someone else did, but because the shop went out of business.
I will
Holy
say my
shit.
adult kids this summer got on a business was closing, and so they were doing online auctions for all their shit, and it's all like random stuff. And they bought like neon signs that for like just random stuff. But one of my kids, the one that still freaking lives here, so it now lives in my house, bought a giant thing of bubble wrap, but like the big bubble wrap, like a huge roll. And I was like, is that even going to fit in your Kia? Like, how are you getting that home? But yeah, I don't think I bought any. I'm pretty tightwad. Like, I don't buy a lot of stuff. Josh
Actually,
knows I'm cheap as
Yeah, you're cheap.
anything. I'm so cheap.
Well, it doesn't mean you have to have spent a lot of money on it.
I don't
you
spend
never
money on
just
anything.
bought yourself like something dumb.
I bought you something dumb. Lucy and I were like 10 margaritas in 2 weeks ago and got you a cameo.
We won't say who that was from, but they did. I was high as a motherfucker, and these two were hammered, and it was 12:30 in the afternoon in Palm Springs. And we were talking about our Christmas list, and I made the mistake of joking about all I want for Christmas is a cameo from will not be named.
Someone who does not deserve the money we gave him.
And 23 minutes later, I had a cameo in my inbox from someone who will not be named, which is now one of my most precious, priceless secret treasures.
I watched that cameo at least 100 times.
Was it at least good? Because
yes,
I sent it to you. You've seen it. I sent it to Charlie.
Oh, that one. I showed that to Lars, and before I showed it to him, I said, just so you know, Josh ordered it, so a lot of the comments are okay.
Yep.
I did see that one.
It's problematic on so many levels, and it's so absurd and hilarious that I don't... And, like, it doesn't cross... It's not problematic because it's like racist or xenophobic or homophobic or like it's not problematic in that way. So before anybody's rumor mill starts flying, and no, I'm never gonna tell.
It's quite sex positive.
It's very sex positive.
Yes,
this is something.
sex positive.
This is something that we'll be saying in the vault just for us. Maybe on my deathbed I'll release it.
When you die, it's going to be your epitaph. We're going to have it transcribed.
my hologram tombstone will only be playing it on repeat when I die because people can piss on my grave. I don't care. Do whatever you want.
See, I had someone buy me a Joe cameo and the guy did not deliver at all. Like, it was so boring and terrible. And I'll actually name him. I'll name mine. It was for Mike Boudet from Sword and Scale.
No way!
That's almost as problematic as
it's up there. It's up there.
It's up there, but he did not deliver.
Okay,
I mean, he like did literally the bare minimum.
At least ours was a charming sociopath.
Yes.
This one is like, it was like we couldn't even like, we thought it would be, the person who bought it for me thought it would be funny. And then it was like such a letdown because it wasn't like, we bought Josh a Sonia Morgan one and it was just like, she was like drunk at the pool doing it. It was livered.
Which is how we did our Spotify Wrapped video. Again, 15 minutes after that Spotify Wrapped video was recorded in the pool at Palm Springs, I had to get out of the pool and put myself in a timeout in the corner because I was so high that all I could do was press gently on my face while Hannah across the pool kept like mouthing to me, "Are you okay?" That trip was nuts. It was so funny, too, because I got home and I was like, I think I had 4 drinks in 4 days, but I have, like, not been that fucked up in a long time because I was just smoking weed from, like, basically the second we woke up until we went to bed. And we were supposed
to go to, like, reset and relax. Lucy and I were drunk the whole weekend. You were high the whole weekend.
We checked out.
Now, so Josh was planning a podcaster thing in the spring, and we were going to go to one place. And after that Palm Springs trip, he goes, "You know where we should go? We should go to Palm Springs instead." So now I'm getting an idea of what we're looking for.
It genuinely was such a beautiful retreat. It was so nice to just like be surrounded by everybody who completely gets it. So if you have like anything that you needed to just unburden yourself with, just being surrounded by people who truly have stood in exactly your shoes and to like lean into connecting with each other and learning from each other and just enjoying life with each other was so special.
And it was so like not work forward, but like a lot of good work happened there. Like we came up with our new show. You got Tawny on your show. Like,
well,
it was really fruitful. It was amazing.
What I loved about the guest list, which I didn't go for scheduling and other reasons, but
I know we missed you though.
I'm sure you did.
We really missed you.
Now the room you would have been in was tough.
Oh, yeah. You would have been in the bunk bedroom. You would have been in the bunk bedroom.
I will.
That Jason left and checked into a hotel instead. But we also think that was motivated by other needs.
Yes.
Well, I think that like one of the things that I liked about the guest list for that was it's the people who've been in the industry for a while.
Yeah, we all started in like 15 or 16.
Right. Everyone started around the same time. People have gone in different directions. Some people are not even podcasting anymore. Some people, like Tawny, have blown up like on social media and other ways.
God.
And it was
I'm
just
so happy for her.
Yes, it's just like such that like getting everyone together and seeing the evolution from where everybody started. I mean, that would have been incredible. But then also it wasn't all true crime people. And I think that's something that we silo so much these days that we're not connecting with other podcasters as much. And so, and I know Josh has tried to bridge that. He was really active with the Berkshire Podcast Festival trying to get non-true crime podcasters to come.
And we only got one.
Got one, and she was terrific. Yeah. Loved her. But it's like wanting to kind of, we just got, I think, honestly, it's the way the festivals have been. It's the Crime Con, the True Crime Podcast Festival. They've kind of been putting us in boxes a little bit. And I think it would be nice.
The industry's so commercialized now where it's like I'm not reaching out to like Charlie Worrell from Kansas City. I'm reaching out to like someone's publicist in LA. Like,
right. Yeah. So it's but so getting together with the independent podcasters who've gone in all these different directions, it really sounds like an incredible weekend, even if you don't remember all of it. I'm sure it was incredible.
I strangely remember most of it.
Yeah, me too. Burned into my memory. Okay, the dumbest, the craziest or silliest thing I ever bought.
Yes.
I didn't buy it online. We did the Just for Laughs podcast festival in Vancouver many years ago now, like it was like not long after COVID, so at least like 5 or 6 years ago. And in Vancouver, in Canada, mushrooms are very much legal. And they had like an artist suite at the hotel that was like just snacks, movies, merch, like freebies, grab bags, and just like a chill place that you could hang between seeing other people's shows and doing your own shows, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But it had a mushroom bar.
Wow.
And it was incredible. They were in capsules, and each one was labeled for like, if you want this experience, take this and take this many. Like, it was so nice and so curated. It was very much like a dispensary experience, and it was free. So I basically just took handfuls of pill packets from each bucket.
Your pockets are bulging.
And then Lucy and I had a beautiful afternoon where I took much more than she did. And we wandered around Vancouver. We had a beautiful lunch. We went on a little like boat taxi ride. And then on our way back, when I was like really feeling it, there was a Prada store right around the corner from our hotel. And I saw those the begonia pink Prada jellies in the window. And Lucy said, "You cannot buy." Yeah, well, we'll get to it. Lucy said, "You cannot buy those." And I said, "The fuck I can't." And I went inside and I got out my Capital One. Which card was it? This doesn't matter. Venture card. Got the miles. And I bought those motherfuckers. Miles. And I loved them so much. I brought them home. I wore them all the time. I'm wearing them in the video of Bill proposing to me. And he hated those shoes. Hated them. He thought they were so obnoxious. And he texted me one day while I was at work and is like, I have something to tell you. And I was like, what? And it was an accident. I did suspect sabotage in the beginning, but I really did. Once he gave me his full story, I did believe it. He's not a liar. And he broke them. He accidentally stepped on them when he was trying to get inside the door. I probably put them way too close to the front door, and they snapped at like where the rubber met the buckle. And they were within the 1-year warranty. So I contacted the company and I said, I don't know how this happened. This snapped off. I haven't even been wearing them that much. And they said that they could replace them, but I couldn't get them in the United States in begonia pink. So I had to get a different color. But they're fine. I have the periwinkle ones now. But yeah, they've very much become like part of my personality. They're like the only designer shoe that I own, and I'm obsessed with them. And to the point where like they're a rubber sandal, but like I will put on a sock and cram them on my foot in the dead of winter and fucking rock those motherfuckers. And I don't regret it. And I never will. So anyway, that happened.
Well, there we go.
Wasn't that delicious?
So good.
Your bill, ladies?
I got it. No,
I got it.
Seriously, I insist. I insisted first.
Oh, don't be silly.
You don't be silly.
People with the Wells Fargo Active Cash credit card prefer to pay because they earn unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases.
Okay, rock, paper, scissors for it. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. No!
The Wells Fargo Active Cash credit card. Visit wellsfargo.com/activecash. Terms apply.
Well, the holidays have come and gone once again, but if you've forgotten to get that special someone in your life a gift, well, Mint Mobile is extending their holiday offer of half off unlimited wireless. So here's the idea. You get it now, you call it an early present for next year. What do you have to lose?
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Limited time 50% off regular price for new customers. Upfront payment required. $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds may slow after 50 gigabytes per month when network is busy. See terms.
Crunchy crafts high-performing skincare and makeup using only the safest, clinically backed ingredients, all wrapped in sustainable packaging. It's beauty that delivers results without compromising your health or the planet. Now through January 1st, save up to 30% on Crunchy's seasonal gift sets, curated for intentional gifting or for treating yourself to a little self-care. Visit Crunchy.com to give the gift of real clean beauty this season. That's CRUNCHI.com. Crunchy, the real clean beauty.
Do we want another one?
Let's do one. Let's do one more, and then we can like slowly trail out of this.
Great. I love it. Ooh, okay. Okay. If you could instantly become an expert at something, what would it be?
This is so nerdy.
Okay. I love it.
I grew up playing SimCity, and like I only play The Sims and Animal Crossing to like develop a community. So like city planning.
Oh! Not at all where I thought you were going to take that. That's amazing.
Yeah, I think
You'd
so.
be good at that. You're a great connector.
I think so too.
You're a good community builder, period.
Mine's so dumb, and it's only because I can't become an expert in it, no matter how hard I have tried. I would really like to be able to make my macarons without them cracking or having sad feet or any of the 75 other things that go wrong with them. And I don't know how all these home bakers, like macarons, they bake up and they have feet on them. They're aesthetic. They don't really have to do with the texture or anything, but it's how they bake. It's just it's a thing. I'd become an expert baker. That is what I would do.
Ooh, chef would be good because I love cooking and I think I'm good at it until I watch Top Chef and I'm like, I don't even know what they're saying right now.
Well, sometimes Lars and I go to a restaurant and he's like, can you tell me what these foods that are listed under the dish are? And so I'm like, oh, well, that's a cheese and that's a this and that. But then there are so many times I'm like, actually, I got to look that up. I've never heard of that food before or whatever. So yeah, I mean, just anything chef baking related.
That's good. What about you,
That's a
man?
really good one. I would choose piano.
Oh.
I really love music. I love to sing, and I've like always wanted to be able to play an instrument. And I feel like piano is a good fit for like the kind of music that I like to sing, but B, piano is such like a beautiful and complex instrument that I feel like is a gateway into a lot of other instruments. Like a lot of people who can play piano can kind of find their way around other like string instruments.
Yeah.
And I would, if I could wake up tomorrow and be an expert at something, it would always 100% be that. I would.
And
want
it's
to be able to play
easier
piano.
for you to learn other languages too. Like I've heard
when you're a piano person.
Yeah, or just
Oh.
any type of instruments and language. It's kind of you're using the same muscles.
Wow.
Yeah, we started our kids in piano, and they've kind of gone different directions with music and without. But yeah, I mean, we started them in piano for that same thing. It's just so foundational.
Mm-hmm. What was your like childhood? I was in band or orchestra. You were forced to play an instrument. Did you have that?
I took a year of piano and quit because I expected I was going to be like a prodigy and wasn't.
Girl,
that actually so tracks with your personality.
Yeah.
The way if I try something new and I'm not immediately good at it, I never want to fucking do it again.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I have a husband who's like self-taught in all of like the major areas of his life, including music. He's a very fucking talented musician, but he's also like a videographer who taught himself how to use all of this equipment and all of this other amazing shit. And he can like go down the rabbit hole of being taught on like YouTube or just watching other people do things. And then he's so fucking good at it. And I'm like, how do you do that? I want to know how to do that.
My oldest kid, he was one where everything comes easy, and then once it gets hard, he's out. So, like, he did piano until he moved to the next level book, and then he's like, I actually have to practice to get this. I think I'm done. But then my third son, he's self-taught. He's taught himself all sorts of things. I don't even know how he learns anything, because I'm like, how do you know that? He's like, I looked it up. I'm like, well, okay. You looked up how to play
and
instruments.
then you retained that information.
And you retained it, and then you moved
now
on to the next level. Yeah. He's very much self-taught.
You're a walking fucking miracle? Okay, cool. I played cello for years, and my mom like couldn't always drive me to school on cello days, so I would have to lug that fucking thing on and off the school bus. And then choir auditions opened in middle school. Like I did choir auditions opened in 5th grade for the middle school choir. So you could see if you could skip the entry level choir and get into the varsity choir. And so 5th grade, I auditioned for varsity choir for my 6th grade year, and I got in. And then I was like, fuck this cello, because I can lug this voice around with no effort. I only really ever learned how to play Ode to Joy, and then that was it.
My favorite storyline on Southern Charm right now, which is a show about like micro racists getting drunk in Charleston, is this girl,
Jesus Lord.
gorgeous girl who was on America's Next Top Model is now on, and she plays the tuba. And so while everyone's getting hammered, she's always like, oh, I'm missing tuba practice. And then she'll like start crying. It's incredible.
She's like that dedicated to tuba. I love that for her.
That's hilarious.
So you didn't have like required music stuff at your school, Charlie, growing up, or did you? You didn't. So did you not take any music? Like you didn't have required music credits?
I mean, we had to do music like in middle school. You were in a music class that everybody had to take, but we didn't have to do choir or band. And then in high school, we had a quote unquote fine arts credit, but like a lot of things qualified for that. So I don't even remember what I took, but I didn't take band or choir.
I was pretty lucky because, well, I mean, very lucky for a million reasons. Privilege. But the schools that I was in Minnesota growing up were very music and performing arts focused schools. They also had like pretty intense sports, but like our football team wasn't very good. I think it's decent now, but it's like, you were kind of like, there were jocks and then there were like theater people. And I was very much a theater person and a choir person. And it was really cool. I mean, we got to travel all over the place. We had our own fucking resident composer.
That's awesome.
Who wrote music for our concert choir and our concert orchestra. And then we toured around Norway with our orchestra doing these like massive original pieces in like churches and shit all over Norway. It was fucking amazing.
Awesome.
That's crazy. My kids go to such a small school district. It's Title I. It's in the city. And so they have a lot of opportunities, but they don't have opportunities like that. And, that's like one of the only things where I'm like, oh, maybe we should live in the suburbs is that those schools tend to have more of those. I think what my kids get at their school is worth what we're doing there. But yeah, it's having opportunities like that. That's amazing.
Wait, Amanda, why the cello?
I know exactly why, actually, because I wanted to play the double bass so bad. The stand-up bass. It was like, that was my fucking dream. I wanted to be, my goal, I grew up very much in a jazz house. My dad was a huge, like, jazz and Motown guy. So, and the way that, like, my vocal style was developing as a kid, singing music that was basically like Nina Simone and Ella Fitzgerald, these like really talented altos. Ella Fitzgerald obviously has massive range that I could never fucking possibly achieve. But I grew up like my dad would like play me videos of like these live sessions with these, like he had all the Ken Burns jazz documentaries. It was like I ate, slept, and breathed all this shit. And the double bass always fascinated me for two reasons. One, it was huge and the center of attention, and two, it didn't look that hard to play. It was like 4 strings. Little did I know, my husband's a bass player. It's like you are the fucking foundation, and if you're fucking up, like everybody's screwed. So I don't know what I was thinking. But then when I got to the like level to where you're picking an instrument in elementary school, I was dead set on double bass, and they were like, you're too short. You can't play that. So I was like, fine, I'll play the cello because it's the same shape and it's small. Girl, you dumb bitch. No, that shit is so fucking hard.
My daughter played the cello when she was little, and we had like the little quarter size one. It was so cute. But I mean, those were private lessons because our school district, again, it's small. They don't even do instruments until middle school, and they don't do stringed instruments at all. It's pretty much just like marching band type stuff. They do HBCU style, which is very fun to watch. But my daughter went into percussion in band in high school because she was an Irish dancer. So keeping time was something she knew. And she's like, well, that'll be easy enough. But they put her on this giant bass drum, which is as big as she is. And then they do HBCU style, so there's a lot of bouncing around, getting down on you. She had like these bruises across her legs from the drum hitting it, and I was like, okay, you need a less of a contact sport than band.
We have been here for 2.5 hours. Now I understand why Wine and Crime episodes are 8 hours long.
Yeah, because we chat. It's so fun to chat.
Especially with some of my favorite people.
Yeah, I love y'all so much. I hope we answer nobody's burning questions.
Yeah. If anyone has any questions about podcasting, we didn't answer them. Maybe someone else in the collaborations did.
I'm sure.
Yeah, let's end on that. Actually, what is your one piece of advice for somebody who wants to get into podcasting? Because that's the question that we always get as podcasters. And I'm not saying we tell them how do you start a podcast. I'm saying, what do you typically say? And I know what I typically say.
Well, I say don't. But like,
do it.
Yeah, the better advice would be you have to be disciplined, have patience, practice self-care if it's true crime, and engage with the community authentically. We see a lot of people who like engage for the sake of like networking, and like people see right through that shit. You have to be authentic.
Yeah. Well, I'll say, going along with the lines of me being frugal and cheap, the thing I always tell people is do not invest in expensive stuff until you know this is what you want to do, because like any hobby, like you can have knitting needles and yarn in the back of your closet that cost you $10. But if you're going to go spend $300 on a mic, you're going to spend however much on editing software. There's free stuff to use. Do everything as cheaply as possible till you figure out if you even want to do this, because it's a lot more work than you think. Even sitting down and talking at the end of this, Josh is going to go and spend a couple hours editing it.
Oh, that's cute that you think that. I'm the laziest editor in the world.
I love that. I love that for you.
So all our mouth noises will still be in there. But,
me blowing my nose multiple times.
Every sip of coffee, everyone gets to hear it. But it's more work than you think it is. So don't invest too much money into it until you know it's what you want to keep doing.
And with
100%.
that said, I was at like 25 million downloads and still using a $75 mic. I didn't
Blue
upgrade
Yeti,
until
baby.
like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
We now have the official microphones of Dr. Fraser Crane, but it was years before we updated our equipment. Years. I agree with everything that you said. I would just add that don't go into podcasting because you want it to be a job that generates revenue for you.
Those days are over.
Yeah, those days are over. They've been over for a long time. We're all pinching every fucking penny just to keep this moving.
Yeah.
Which, I know I say this all the time, but like really, if you don't want to hear ads, then subscribe to people's, paywalled content. Get on the Patreon, get on the Supercast, get on the Uncorked whatever, because it's $5 a month for you to get typically to get things ad free. That's what a lot of creators offer. That I know we offer that, plus additional bonus content. But it's such a small investment for you. But when enough people do it on our end, it literally is the only way that we can keep making content at all, because the ad space has changed so much.
Yeah, and we even got started in the heyday where ads were really becoming a thing, and it still took a little while to start actually making money. Then we made money for a little bit, and now here we are.
Yeah, I think there's a misconception, like without the paywall, we make about half a cent per download.
Yep.
So when you see someone has like 100,000 downloads, that's like $5,000.
Yeah. And there was a time when on a popular show, a 1 minute mid-roll ad spot could cost anywhere between $3,000 to $6,000 for one spot. And now if you're making $500 to $1,000 for one ad,
you're lucky.
You're really lucky. You're really lucky. And I know that sounds like a lot of money, but a lot of these shows, we've been around for a long time. We have staff, we have health insurance. We have it's running. It's a small business with a weird smattering of revenue streams that requires constant maintenance, interaction. If you're going into podcasting because you are unsatisfied with your professional life and you want to create a professional path for yourself, there was a time when that was really feasible. And I agree that was around the time when all of us started. And that is just not really the case anymore. So if you're going to start a podcast, make sure it's something you are passionate about and that it's something you're passionate about lending your voice to. Because people can also tell when your listeners will not connect if you are not bringing an authentic passion to the subject matter. And whether that's true crime or what Housewives or Grey's Anatomy or whatever, if you're not connecting with whoever is, if you have co-hosts, whoever's on your show, and then creating that point of connection with your listeners, like people don't listen to Wine and Crime for the crime. We know this. That doesn't mean that we could switch genres in a heartbeat and keep all of our listeners. I don't think we could do that. The crime is a very compelling element of the show, but it's like the way that Lucy and I interact with each other, the friendship that we have, that's that point of connection. That's that point of passion. And then the opening up of hard conversations that we can have around real things that are happening in the world or have happened in the world that's something that people can connect to. So if you're not bringing a genuine authenticity and passion to what you're putting out into the world, I don't know what to tell you. It's probably not the right space for you. So a lot of men will approach women podcasters and be like, well, if you can do it, then anybody can. It's like, okay, bitch, go for it. I'd love
have
to see
you heard
build
of
what we have
Dunning-Kruger?
Girl. So yeah, don't do it, y'all.
Yeah, that's our
Or
answer.
do it for fun.
It's a great way to like make community and spend time with something you're interested in, but unless you're already a known entity, there's just
it's hard to get started. Yeah, when people want to know, how do I get started and get monetized and all of that, I'm like, well, it helps if you started 8 years ago.
Right, get a time machine.
A time machine would be really
2017.
helpful. I mean, the industry's changed. We're having trouble keeping up with it sometimes. It's changed a lot. So we really do appreciate the people who give independent podcasts a chance and don't just go to the latest big name network celebrity
or the
podcast.
corporate. And there's nothing wrong. Like every celebrity has a podcast now. And yes, I'm also listening to Good Hang with Amy Poehler because it's really cozy.
She is a very good podcaster. I will say I listened to her, so I was like, okay, some celebrity podcasts are not that great. Hers is incredible. She's very good at what she's doing. But yeah, we're competing for people who have marketing dollars.
Yep.
And we're competing in that same space. And so one thing that helps with listeners is when they're in a podcast group and someone asks for a recommendation, just type our name. Just type your favorite podcast. Just recommend it to people. That helps.
And Caleb Heron, if you're listening, you are not. Please come on the show. I'm obsessed with you. I listen to So True every week. I fucking love what you're doing in the space.
Well, on that
note,
guys,
we
happy
did it.
Holidays, everyone. We did it again.
What do you mean? This is the first time we ever recorded this.
What an organic conversation. It's actually funny. We had a very organic
It was
conversation.
a wildly different conversation.
Like not at all what we talked about last time.
No.
No.
But that does remind me of a time when I was the one who fucked up and didn't record something. And I had the other recordings. So I actually sat down and painstakingly layered their audio.
Yes.
And just faked
the
responding
reaction
to things that they said, doing my case again because we could not get a new recording time. And that was hell. I've done that twice.
Oh my God. No.
I did that one time and it was the most painful recording. Like
it took hours.
Yeah.
That's the other thing for listeners.
Nobody knew.
You hear 5 minutes, and that on our end is 2 to 5 hours.
It can be.
Yeah.
It sure as shit can be. Girl, before you dive into podcasting.
Yeah.
Hear our prayer.
It's more work than you think it is.
It is.
Yes.
But we love each and every one of you and do hope that you have an amazing holiday season and that whoever's feed you're listening to this on, if you haven't come and checked out these other shows, please do.
Yeah.
All of that information will be in the show notes.
I'm Josh Hallmark with True Crime Bullshit, serialized investigation into Israel Keys.
You're next, Charlie.
I'm Charlie with Crimelines, different case every week. Get deep dive into the background. I go into the newspaper archives and pull out the reporting from the time it happened. And it's a very comprehensive look, but it's a different case every week.
Mm-hmm. And similarly to that, I'm Amanda, 50% of Wine and Crime. My co-host Lucy is on another one of these true crime conversations, and we are true crime and comedy. We do different cases every week under a general theme. So if you're ever curious about feral hogs or cruise ship disappearances,
or South Dakota,
or North Dakota.
We were supposed to do North Dakota, but we accidentally did South Dakota. We're human. Now that fan picker is getting a double. So yeah, you really don't have to dive in. You could scroll through any of our hundreds of episodes and go, oh, that topic looks interesting, and just check it out.
Yeah. And you can't see this at home, but I'm wiggling because I'm about to wet my pants. So I'm going to say goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks for listening to Wine and Crime. Our cover art is by Danielle Sylvan. Music by Phil Young and Corey Wendell. Editing by Jonathan Camp. Our production manager is Andrea Gardner. For photos, sources, and other resources, head to wineandcrimepodcast.com. You can follow us on all the socials at Wine and Crime Pod. If you'd like to show your support and get access to all sorts of wine-fueled bonus content, check out our premium channel at wineandcrimepodcast.com/uncorked. Cheers!